Well, in terms of temperatures, it was a great day. We started off in the mid-teens, so it was very comfortable last night. We eventually climbed all the way up towards 29, and that is seasonable to seasonably mild, but it wasn't overly humid. But the one thing that a lot of people weren't enjoying outside, the haze, the smoke, very visible, and it actually stretches all the way from the prairies, through the Great Lakes, in towards the Maritimes, even all the way up towards Labrador. So it's not as heavy through southern Ontario, and it will improve a little bit as we head through the overnight and into Monday, but the air quality is still possibly going to be impacted, so the special air quality statement will be in place. It's still going to be hazy, and it might still be a little hazy Tuesday and Wednesday, but it looks like the air quality itself at the surface will likely be improving. But over the next 24, 36 hours, it does look like you will be impacted, especially if you have pre-existing medical conditions or you were impacted by the poor air quality the past couple of times we've had to deal with this. But look at this. Special air quality statement now blankets the entire forecast region. Air quality warnings through northwestern Ontario, through the central prairies, and this is obviously where the smoke is very dense. We have high pressure in place protecting us from active weather, but also kind of aiding in keeping this smoke here across the region. We have to wait for the weather pattern to start to change. It doesn't really look like it will change significantly. So it will improve, like I said, Monday night and into Tuesday, but it doesn't look like the haze will completely disappear off the map, especially with the temperatures climbing a bit, with the humidity levels rising at the end of next week. So as we step forward into Monday, lots of sunshine, just a few clouds out there. This model picks up a couple of hit or miss showers. Most of that's just going to be daytime cumulus that develops during the day, dissipates during the evening as obviously the sun sets. We're still going to be clear and quiet through the overnight. There will be some scattered high-level cloud for Tuesday, but overall it's still going to be mostly sunny and dry, and that's going to be the weather pattern through the rest of next week into the weekend. That's our next chance of showers. So for this evening, clear skies, temperatures likely going to hold at around 25 here in the city, dropping and holding in the low to mid-teens in most communities through the overnight. Still going to be hazy, still not going to be overly muggy for your day on Monday. Tuesday and into Wednesday, it starts to climb a little bit. I think it will be more noticeable as we get through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of next week. Temperatures should peak at around 30 for your Monday. And for that matter, Tuesday, once again, still hazy with widespread smoke for Monday, local smoke and haze for Tuesday, partly cloudy for Wednesday with a high of 30, 29 for your high on Thursday. Once we get into breezy south to southeasterly winds, it's going to feel like the mid-30s. Similar story on Friday with a high of 31. We're looking at 30 for Saturday with variable clouds, so at times more sun, at times more cloud. At this point, though, I'm going to keep the official forecast dry, and that should hold into Sunday as well under mostly sunshine. So very dry over the next 7 days, maybe even 10 days, not much of an opportunity for rainfall. And obviously in the short term, we're going to be dealing with the widespread smoke, haze, and the potential that has on the air quality.